Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for another Bluetooth speaker comparison. Today we have the Marshall Woburn Bluetooth speaker. Okay? Big expensive speaker versus this big expensive speaker, the Aiwa Exos 9. And we will be comparing those two today to find out which one is actually better. We're going to have flat EQ on the Aiwa, and the EQ, the bass and the treble knob will be set to 5 on this. I think on the last video I made, I was saying it's the 6 o'clock position. I meant 12 o'clock. Excuse me there. But yeah, they will be both set at 5, 12 o'clock position. Alright, and microphone, we will record 4 different ways. Microphone, once again, 2 feet away from the speaker, low volume. Then we will do about 7 feet away at medium volume, and that's in this room, which is 13 by 10 feet. Then we're going to take the speakers downstairs to a bigger room in a 15 by 18 foot room and record at loud volume, crank the puppies up. And then I'm going to do an offset test where I'm going to position the mic about 70 degrees toward the speaker. Just sort of offset it so it's not directly in the path of the sound, to see how that changes the dynamic. Because sometimes, you know, you might be in a room and the speaker's not like pointing directly at your ears like that maybe. So that's what that test is for. Okay, so which is going to win? The Aiwa or the Marshall? Marshall's got a good reputation. Aiwa's developing a good reputation. You look at Amazon reviews, both these speakers have very good reviews. So I've heard both of them. I'm anxious to go back and listen to the recordings to see which I like better myself. I'm leaning towards one right now, but I'm not going to tell you which it is. They definitely sound a little bit different. They both sound good, but this will help me to decide which of these I'm going to keep and which I'm going to throw in the damn trash if I don't like it. So now, it's time to kick back and get you a piece of paper and pencil. I'm going to assign one letter. The one's going to be letter A, one's going to be letter B. I'm not going to tell you which is which until the end. So you just listen to the music. Mark the one you like best, like when an A comes up. If you like that one better than B, put a little check mark by that song. Just keep checking which one you like. If you, at the end, if you like more A's and B's, then that's the one you like. So, because I got 10 different songs, and we got 4 different mic positions. So we got 40 different pieces of music you got to listen to. You don't have to. You can just skip to the next video if you want. But if you want to find out, really know, say you're in the market for a good Bluetooth speaker, you're going to want to hear the whole video. So here we go. Let's get started. I went back and listened to the recordings, and I say it's about a tie. There was some recordings I liked better with the Marshall, some I liked better with the Aiwa. Like especially like the classical track, Aiwa all the way on that one. Some of the rock tracks, I prefer the Marshall. But anyway, this morning went back and got my girlfriend, and we got the speakers set up and listened live in person. Not at the recordings, but live in person to the speakers, and had both our phones hooked up to, mine was hooked up to the Marshall, hers to the Aiwa through the Bluetooth. And we picked out 10, I picked out 10 songs, professional songs, not YouTube songs, but like stuff from Rush and Heart and Green Day and Charlie Daniels Band, Avril Lavigne, one in each category. Rock, you know, pop, country, piano music, and I went through all of them. And initially I was leaning, we were like grading them as we went along, and 6 of the 10 I picked I liked the Marshall better. 2 I'd say was a tie, and 2 I liked the Aiwa better. And for her it was like the complete opposite. So anyway, some of the words I would use to describe the Marshall speaker would be, it has a flat type of response, real flat. It has sort of an intimate sounds, more natural sound, and more organic, and sort of a deeper bass to it. Okay, with the Aiwa I would say it's a more of a richer sound, more compressed, more spacious sound, and a little more hollow type sound. And there's definitely some type of EQ, a logarithm. Even though you put it on flat EQ with the Aiwa, it's not flat. It's some type of a logarithm that's trying to make it sound better, because you can tell the hi-hats are a lot crisper, and it just something's going on there. But in a good way, though, in a good way. It's, you can tell like the engineers are like trying to make it sound better than the music actually is, and they succeeded, I would say, to some degree. Just sort of depends on the song. But I went back one more time, listened to them by myself, all the songs again, and I'm like right on the fence. I don't know, I can't. I'd have to play around with these speakers for about a year for me to be able to say, oh, okay, I've definitely now decided this is the one I like better. But just playing around with them for 3 or 4 days, I can't do it. I can't make that call. I must say, drum roll please. I am going to say these speakers are a tie. One is not better than the other. It just depends on the type of song and what you like. I can easily see where one person would like the Marshall way better, and another person would like the Aiwa way better. I can easily see that. And I can also see somebody like me that likes them both pretty much equally. It's just a tough call. They both have their signature, their sonic signature about them, and you know, one day I might be more in the mood for this type of a sound, and one day I might be in the mood for the other. So can't call it here. I'm gonna have to say tie for these two. So, but the Aiwa is a little cheaper, but I wouldn't let that persuade you. I wouldn't let that sway you in what to get. You know, because they both sound pretty good. So, you know, for Bluetooth speakers, that is. They sound good for Bluetooth speakers, not for floor speakers. Floor speakers, of course, sound much better. Or for portable Bluetooth speakers, they do both sound pretty good. So, that's all I got to say. I'm giving them a tie.